Self-awareness is the ability to understand and recognize one's own feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. It is an important skill to have, as it can help prevent unfavorable outcomes in difficult situations. It can help you better understand your emotions, thoughts, and motivations. It is not always easy to be honest with oneself, but it allows you the space to consider your comment before speaking or acting on it. With a greater sense of self-awareness, you are more in tune with yourself and the behaviors that drive your actions. This can help you identify patterns in your behavior, allowing for more thoughtful and intentional choices. Being self-aware also allows you to better recognize and manage your triggers and stressors. Self-awareness is our ability to observe and accurately identify our thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. It is the first step in the process of personal change and growth. Having this awareness gives you a better understanding of how your body works in response to different situations. With this knowledge, you can learn to be proactive when responding to difficult situations, allowing you to make more effective decisions and work towards creating healthier relationships with yourself and those around you. Knowing yourself can also provide insight into how to best communicate with others and build stronger relationships. Thereafter, knowing yourself and understanding your motivations and feelings can determine whether they are grounded in reality or not, and provide insight into how to best communicate with others and build stronger relationships. By reflecting and analyzing who you are and what drives you, you can become aware of your unique strengths and weaknesses that can help you develop and improve in all areas of your life. Identifying your strengths and weaknesses is an important step in personal growth and development. Taking the time to assess and reflect upon these qualities and determine whether they are grounded in reality or not can help you gain an objective and honest perspective of yourself and aid in identifying areas of improvement and opportunities for growth. This process can also help you become more conscious and aware of your inner thoughts and feelings, and allow you to better understand what motivates and drives you on an individual level. By understanding your areas of expertise, you can focus on those aspects to become better at them. It may be difficult, but it allows you the space to consider your comments before posting or voicing them. This gives you the opportunity to ensure that what you are saying is accurate, relevant, and meaningful. After all, it is the quality of your comments that will help you stand out in the crowd and make a lasting impression on others. At the same time, recognizing your weaknesses allows you to address them and find strategies to improve in those areas. All in all, you are capable of a great many things, and no one should belittle that. At the same time, recognizing your weaknesses allows you to address them and find strategies to improve in those areas. The key to making this a productive conversation is to try to avoid becoming defensive. As much as you can understand that, it is important to focus on the areas that need improvement and using the criticism constructively. Mindfulness is an effective way to become more aware of your inner thoughts and feelings. Taking time to practice mindfulness can help you become more aware of your feelings and impulses, allowing you to consciously choose how you respond in any given situation. By tuning into the feelings and emotions that underlie your behavior, feelings of fear, anger, and sadness can be identified, addressed, and properly managed. Mindfulness can also help to cultivate feelings of empathy, courage, and optimism. Taking a few moments each day to practice mindfulness can bring lasting benefits and help you gain greater control over your feelings and impulses. Meditation can also be a useful tool for understanding the emotions behind our thoughts. The key to making this a productive conversation is to try to avoid becoming defensive. It is important to take a step back, observe our thoughts and feelings, and recognize that we all have different perspectives. Taking the time to meditate and become aware of how we are feeling can help us gain insight into why we may be feeling a certain way or why we are having certain thoughts. The practice of meditation can also help us learn how to respond mindfully in situations instead of reacting defensively right away. Additionally, Journaling can be a great way to reflect on and process your feelings in a constructive manner. Similarly, the key to making journaling a productive conversation is to try to avoid becoming defensive. As much as you can, try to create a safe and non-judgmental space for yourself when writing in a journal. The aim should be to acknowledge, observe, and understand your emotions rather than trying to suppress them. The process of journaling can provide you with the opportunity for self-reflection, helping you navigate your thoughts and feelings in a constructive manner. Understanding external influences such as family, media, and culture can help you become more self-aware. Self-awareness is our ability to observe and accurately identify our thoughts and emotions in any given situation. It also involves understanding how your emotions, thoughts, and behavior are connected and impacting each other. Taking the time to identify your external influences can help you better understand how your background shapes your responses, behaviors, and thought processes. This can then lead to a more conscious awareness of self, allowing for greater self-regulation and improved decision-making. Recognizing the impact of social contexts on your behavior can allow you to make better decisions that reflect your personal values. By acknowledging feelings and impulses brought on by external sources, you can be more cognizant of how the environment can affect your choices. This awareness will give you the opportunity to pause and reflect before making decisions based on feelings and impulse that may not be genuine or align with your true values. Taking the time to recognize your feelings and weigh your options can allow for decisions that are more aligned with what you hold important. Taking the time to identify your external influences can help you better understand how your background shapes your responses, behaviors, and thought processes. This can then lead to a more conscious awareness of self, allowing for greater self-regulation and improved decision-making. Recognizing the impact of social contexts on your behavior can allow you to make better decisions that reflect your personal values. By acknowledging feelings and impulses brought on by external sources, you can be more cognizant of how the environment can affect your choices. This awareness will give you the opportunity to pause and reflect before making decisions based on feelings and impulses that may not be genuine or align with your true values. Taking the time to recognize your feelings and weigh your options can allow for decisions that are more aligned with what you hold important. Identifying biases in yourself and others can help you break down barriers and create meaningful conversations with those around you. Also, self-awareness is our ability to observe and accurately identify our thoughts, both positive and negative, as well as those of others. It can help us understand why we may be biased towards certain ideas or people. Identifying biases in yourself and others will help us break down barriers and create meaningful conversations that can lead to positive change. Monitoring your behavior for unfavorable patterns. It's important to take time to reflect on your past behaviors and recognize any patterns that may be causing harm. The key to making this a productive conversation is to try to avoid becoming defensive as much as you can and focus on acknowledging the effects of your past behavior. Self-reflection can be difficult, but it is an essential part of personal growth and development, especially when trying to repair relationships that may have been negatively impacted by our actions. Being intentional and mindful of your actions can help you develop better habits and create more positive experiences in the future. Taking the time to reflect on how your choices today might affect your future can be extremely beneficial. Being mindful of your decisions will help you make the right choices and ensure that you don't fall into the same traps or put yourself in negative situations in the future. The ability to pause and reflect on each situation can help you create lasting positive habits that will improve your life for years to come. Creating a plan of action to help you to break destructive cycles. It is essential for making lasting changes in your life. Creating a plan of action to help break destructive cycles is essential for making lasting changes in your life. But it allows you the space to consider your commitments before deciding how best to move forward. Overall, this process can be difficult, But with the right attitude and dedication, anyone can make meaningful changes in their lives. Developing an action plan to make necessary changes. Outline the goals you want to accomplish and determine the steps needed to achieve them. This can be a difficult but rewarding process, but it is essential for setting yourself up for success. Start by writing down your short and long-term goals, and then break these goals down into smaller objectives. From there, you can assess the steps necessary to reach each one of your objectives. It's important to be realistic when setting your expectations and timeline, but with enough dedication, focus, and hard work, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. By outlining your goals and taking the necessary steps to achieve them, you are paving the way for a successful future. Identify any obstacles or challenges that may stand in your way, and develop an action plan to overcome them. Taking a moment for a conscious breath before speaking. It can be an effective way to gain greater clarity on the situation, assess potential solutions, and move forward with greater confidence. It's an imperceptible pause that can provide invaluable insight and help you stay mindful of your choices. Consider this time to also check in with yourself before saying something or acting in haste that you may regret later. Use this pause to evaluate the best possible course of action and take ownership over the outcome. With proactive preparation, it is possible to minimize any potential regrets and make progress towards your desired goal. Set a timeline for completing each task and measure your progress regularly to ensure you are on track. Besides setting a timeline for each task and measuring your progress, it is also important to take a step back and reflect on feelings and impulses that may affect your progress. Developing an understanding of how different feelings and impulses may be influencing your progress can help you become more conscious about the decisions that you make and ultimately steer you towards success. It's clear that self-awareness is an essential skill for navigating difficult situations and helping to avoid unfavorable outcomes. By familiarizing yourself with the strategies outlined in this video, you can develop your own abilities of self-awareness and use them to your advantage. In such a way, you'll be more prepared for any situation that comes your way and be better equipped to make the most of every opportunity. What do you think about this video? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment box. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video.